Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to another video tutorial. Today's topic, metric units. So you know the drill. Get out your pencil, get out your composition book, and let's take some notes. So you guys have some familiarity with the metric units. You've seen like 2-liter bottles. You know how big a 2-liter bottle looks, okay? You probably have seen also like kilograms, like with weights. So you do have some familiarity. And like I said before, most countries in the world, almost every single country in the world uses the metric system because it is a base 10 system. Well, what does that mean? Well, when you look at the metric system chart, every time you go 1 unit to the right or to the left, you are either multiplying or dividing by 10. For example, this is deci, and here is the unit. So if I have a decimeter, how many decimeters make up a meter? And the answer is 10. Yes, 10. Okay? So most countries use this system of measurement because it's very simple and it's just like our number system. There's 10 tens in 100, right? Just like there's 10 decimeters in a meter, okay? So one thing I need you guys to do though is to write this chart down. Go ahead, press pause, write this chart down. You need to memorize the order that it goes kilo, hecta, deca, unit, deci, centi, milli. Press pause, go ahead, do that. Okay. So the unit just means whatever you're in. Like you could be talking about meters, you could be talking about liters, you could be talking about grams. So if I'm talking about grams, then I could have decagrams, I could have kilograms, I could have decigrams, I could have centigrams, okay? The unit just means what you are in, the unit of measurement that we're referring to, which means grams, which is mass, it means liters, capacity, or meters. Now, how do I memorize this? Well, some of us just know it. It's kilo, hecta, deca, unit, deci, centi, milli, okay? Some of us, they make a phrase, they say a phrase, and I want you to write this down because this will help you. Like some people will say, King Henry dies unusually drinking chocolate milk. And that helps you remember the words that you should be putting when you make up the metric system, because you'll need to know the order of this in order to solve problems. So write that down too. King Henry dies unusually drinking chocolate milk. So here's what you're going to be doing a lot of, converting units in the metric system. And it's really simple. It is very, very simple. A lot of us will just know when you get a problem like this, 3 meters equals 3 meters equals how many centimeters? Well, a lot of us will know, oh, well, here's centimeters and here's meters, and they will see that it's 100 times. And so they'll know just to multiply by 100 or do the jump around and just move the decimal 1, 2 to the right. But some of us, we don't. So here's what you could do to figure out, should I multiply by 100 or divide by 100? And so all you do is just like when we worked with our standard, our customary units of measurement, put the units underneath each other. So I have meters here, I have centimeters here, and then I make the statement true. So we're going 2 places over, so that's times 10. And then times 10, every time you go a place over, it's times 10. So that's 100 times. So there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And if it goes this way, guess what you do? You multiply. But understand this, guys, you're multiplying by powers of 10. You're multiplying by 10, 100, or 1,000. Or you're dividing by 10, hundreds, or thousands. So you don't really need to do any math. Just do the jump around method. Just move the decimal. That's all you got to do. So here, I would just take 3 and I'm going to move it 2 places to the right and say 300. Let's do another one. So if you see this problem right here, 3 meters equals how many decameters? Okay, well, here is meters, here is decameters. Well, some of you guys will know, oh, I need to divide by 10. Some of us don't. So if you don't know what to do here, what kind of math, make the statement true, or put the units underneath each other first, meter under meter, decameter under decameter. Then make the statement true. There's 10, sorry, I said that wrong. There's 10 meters in a decameter. See, that's 1 place over. That's 10 times more. So there's 10. When it goes like this, that means divide. which means I'm going to take the decimal. Here's the number 3, and here's the decimal. I'm going to divide by 10, which means I'm moving one place over. So you should say 0.3. 0.3. Let's just try this one more time, okay? And then I'm going to give you some practice problems. So here, let's just do another problem. So if I asked you, okay, let's go right here, this one, millimeters, meters to millimeters, okay. Well, write unit under unit, make the statement true. Well, here's meters and here's millimeters, right? Well, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3. So it's times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10, times 10. How many millimeters are in a meter? How many millimeters are in a meter? And there are 1,000. And so when the numbers are going across, you multiply. Okay, so it's just 3 times 1,000 or 3,000. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to, what did I write down here anyway? Oh, go ahead and press pause and write this down too. It's a base 10 system. You're either going to multiply or divide by tens, hundreds, or thousands. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to solve these 4 problems that we're going to go over during class. I want you to solve these 4 problems. Press pause, work on these. And I think that's all I want to talk to you guys about. Yeah, I think. Let me see here. No, okay, so the last thing I want to discuss with you guys is just approximation. Understanding the length or the weight of these metric units. So if you have 1 millimeter, you need to understand a millimeter is about as wide as the width of your pen. A millimeter, that's a millimeter. A millimeter is very, very tiny. It's about as wide as the 16th of an inch. That means approximately. So write that down. A centimeter, well, 1 centimeter is probably about as wide as your pinky finger. About as wide as your pinky finger. A centimeter is probably about as wide as a 1/2 inch. You gotta understand how wide is a centimeter. Write these down. A meter, well, a meter is about as wide as a yard. A meter stick, I have in my classroom. Some people call it a yardstick, but it's a meter stick. A meter is about as wide as a door, or the width of a door. The width of a door, not that way, but that way. Okay. And this one. A kilometer, well, that's about 1/2 of a mile. Am I saying that right? A kilometer is about 1/2 of a mile. 1.6 kilometers equals 1 mile. Or I think it's the other way around. Let's discuss that one tomorrow. I think a kilometer is 1.6 to a mile. Let's discuss that one tomorrow. All right. And then the last couple things. We're going to press pause here. A kilogram, if you have 1 kilogram, that's about approximately 2.2 pounds. 2.2 pounds? Yes. And then a liter is about approximately a quart. A liter is about approximately a quart. And again, we'll clean this up tomorrow, discuss a little bit further. I hope you guys enjoyed the video tutorial, and I will see you tomorrow. But make sure you write that stuff down, those notes, okay? Those notes. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.